should have stayed at home, Vandergrift. First mages die after such a victory. Gods, we can't fight such sorcery. It's sorcerer's hail, unclean fire, we're doomed. Why are they doing this? As the prophecy said, that the time will come when sorceresses turn on men. Flaming balls rain from the sky, and destruction will be unleashed. What should we do? Wait here for death? I shall lead you as a shepherd leads his flock, safely from the dark abyss. Stop firing! Our men are dying! A massacre! Save us, sire!
Sabrina, is that your work?
Order your troops forward, Your Majesty. The Aedirnian army is routed.
Not only the Aedirnian, look at that terrified horde. This very morning they were the finest of my knights.
They'll make it if they're reinforced.
Who allowed you to use magic?
Sire, if you strike now, Lormark will be yours.
You've tainted my honor, brought death to dozens of knights.
Sire, the battle was lost.
You put me to shame before them of end. His troops fought like men of honor should. To the end. Sabrina Grevesig, I sentence you to death. You shall burn at the stake. I will return to claim my birthright.
July 25th, 1270. The forests of Angren. No mighty mortal, no heap of meat or strong man can parry the strike of the Slizzard's tail. Letho couldn't either, but by some miracle he survived. I helped him. After all, Witchers on the path should help each other. He had two comrades, brother Witchers from the School of the Viper. The hunt continued south, and Letho of Gullet knew where it was going. He knew where the hellish chase would end.
Finally awake?
Where are we?
In one of the safest places in the camp, my friend.
The brothel?
Mm-hmm.
How did I wind up here?
I found you out in the fields, unconscious.
The fog?
Gone. 3 days ago.
3 days? You sure?
Mm-hmm. In that time, Roach ventured deep into Kedwen on some secret mission. Managed to go off and come back.
Did you come here to fuck?
You gotta be kidding! My friend on his deathbed? I couldn't possibly do that!
Look around. You're in a whorehouse.
In a professional capacity only.
Cedric was right. The power within the Battle of Spectres restores memory.
Ah. So, did you get a look at another chapter of the epic poem titled Geralt of Rivia?
I remember who helped me track down the Wild Hunt.
Who?
Letho, Foltest's murderer. I saved his life and he knew where to find the Wild Hunt. I don't know if we rescued Yennefer. So, what happened while I was out?
Loads. You drove off the Fog of Spectres. Henselt learned of the plot against him, and Deathmold lost it completely.
Why has Henselt waited to attack?
The Kedweni nobles and officers are holding out for privileges. They want assurances there'll be no treaty with Nilfgaard, and that they'll get lands in the Pontar Valley.
Henselt's agreed?
Not on your life. He blew up. Roared and wailed and called them cowards. Thing is, he can't alienate the nobles completely. It went on for 3 days. Finally, he convinced part of the army, probably promised him a thing or two, and moved against Vergen. The battle's probably just getting underway.
What did you mean when you said the Death Mold's lost it?
Hensel chewed him out for not telling him about the plot. Then he chewed him out again for failing to find the plotters.
Death Mold's an ambitious guy. I can see how the stress might have gotten to him.
That ambitious guy has had every last suspect arrested. Now he's interrogating, torturing, and hanging them.
Yeah, he always goes back to what he does best. Any news on who might be behind the plot?
They arrested Breitfeld, Kirim of Cairngorm, and Gunnar Bleckenhove and his entourage, but I haven't heard any details. Though I do know where to find the leader of the plotters.
How come?
I've always maintained that brothels are some of the best places under the sun. They're not only great places to...
Get to the point, Dandelion.
I overheard Whistling Wendy talking. Incidentally, don't let her nickname fool you. She's got a beautiful...
Focus, Dandelion.
Haven't the faintest who she was talking to. Never saw his face. But I heard him clearly. Further instructions from the boss. Today, in the hut on the cliff.
Dandelion, there's one more thing.
Tell me.
Your pamphlet. If Death Mold finds out...
Right. We need to get out of here.
You need to get out of here. Quick.
I'm not about to leave you behind, Geralt. Adventure awaits. Kingdoms teeter, plenty of things to write up in ballads.
Damn it, Dandelion, game's over. Can't you see that? When Death Mold finds you, you've got to go. Somewhere far from the Pontar Valley.
All right. I'll do it for you. I'll go to Oxenford, say hello to some of our old friends. But, just as soon as this blows over, I'll come looking for you.
I know.
We have unfinished business to take care of. What now, Geralt?
I need to find Sheila and the Kingslayer. Then I need to get my memory back. First, I'm gonna find out who's behind this plot, though I expect I already know.
Think it's Sheila?
Leave, Dandelion. Hide, and I'll see you soon, old friend.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaardians a few years back. Now we met.
What's it to us?
We should have our say. Take an interest in things.
We must rid ourselves of that damned mage, whatever the cost.
If it were that simple, you'd be Viceroy by now.
Mages don't die easily, and you've nothing left to offer us.
3 years ago, you promised financial assistance. We were to convey information and resist Death Mold and his supporters in most matters.
Nothing's changed.
But it has. Foltest and Demoven had their throats slit. Someone, we know not who, wanted to slaughter the unicorn. The situation's fucking tense, and Death Mold's stronger than ever.
More importantly, you've nothing to offer us. The Temerian treasury is closed to you.
Gentlemen, you forget what will happen if the king learns of our dealings.
We'll not be intimidated, Roach. And remember, you speak to nobles.
I've been in Kedwin for 3 days. Travelled through nearby villages and towns, saw old friends, sounded out the mood, asked for news outright. The people of Kedwen detest Death Mold and his thugs. They await the man who would dare to wring his neck.
Someone approaches. Weapons.
Easy there.
What the swiven hell is he doing here?
He woke up and walked over, if I am to guess.
We didn't approve this. How did he know of our meeting?
Something I'd like to know as well. Geralt?
I have my ways. Unimportant.
But it is. If you know, others might know.
Overheard a conversation between Whistling Wendy and one of you gentlemen.
How dare you, freak? I've a wife.
It's shot. It's all shot, Roach. We return to our banners to aid the king in battle. Your plot is done, dissolved, having achieved nothing.
Gentlemen.
How did you ever come to head a conspiracy in a Kedweni camp?
It's a long story. Literally. Foltest and I devised the plan 3 years ago. Shortly after, Henselt burned Sabrina at the stake and appointed Deathmold his advisor. Morale among nobles and officers was low following the failed campaign. We took advantage. I bought them off, gave them political direction. I received information in exchange.
What was your aim?
To sow some ferment. Prevent any alliance with the Black Ones, and generally limit Deathmold's and Henselt's influence.
You were gone 3 days. Been back at the camp? Any idea what's going on there?
I haven't, but continue to get news from those traitors. Who have they arrested?
Dandelion mentioned Brightfelt, Kirim of Caingorn, and...
Not good. Kirim has been one of the plotters since the beginning. He knows me.
Maybe the interrogators have yet to start on him.
Quickly, back to the camp. We need to warn Vess and the others. We've no time!
Finally, you're here!
Where'd everyone go?
They were invited to a banquet.
How do you know?
I saw Deathmold's messenger arrive.
What is this feast?
A celebration. Apparently Deathmold exposed the leader of some conspiracy.
The syphilitic prick.
Where's this banquet taking place?
The camp canteen. But it'll be empty now. Everyone's marched on Vergen.
Quickly.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaardians a few years back. Now we make camp with the pack.
Kill the sons of bitches. They'll suffer and die, long and painfully. Die, bastard! Die, bastard! Bastard! I'll kill the sons of bitches. They'll suffer and die, long and painfully. Take that! Take that! Put him area! Kill! Gotcha! Put him area! Kill!
For the king! For the king!
Horsens. Every last one.
Vess, are you all right?
Yes.
What happened?
Deathmold invited everyone to a feast. He said the king was grateful that we'd helped reveal the plot. A roast pig and 2 barrels of wine awaited, he said. He said Vernon had just returned from Kedwen. He was to be personally decorated by the king, and I was to be there to see it. The lads went to the canteen, I went to the royal tent.
Well, Roach was not in the king's company. Deathmold jumped around like an ape, shouting that they'd all hang as punishment for Flotsam for conspiring.
Vess, what did they do to you?
I begged them. I pleaded. They laughed at me and let me go. Your Majesty, withdraw your order, I beg you. They're normal fighting men who were just following orders. They don't deserve to die. Please, sire, show mercy. They're men of honor. They deserve better.
Honor? Where was your honor when...
Deathmold, leave us.
Your Grace.
What can a whore know of honor? You're a stupid little strumpet, and that is how I shall treat you. You'll behave if you want to see any of your foolish comrades again.
Don't go there, please, Roach. Deathmold expects you to seek vengeance. He awaits it.
He won't need to wait long.
Don't you understand? They hanged the lads to provoke you. You were away. They had a battle to win. They didn't know when you'd return. You cannot go there.
We won't.
We'll follow the army. Kill every Kedwini we meet.
That's suicide.
Plough it all. Everything I loved died in this tent. My country disintegrates. My friends cruelly murdered. I want blood.
As do I. You've no idea how much. I can still smell that swine on me, but I'll not let them win. Attack Henselt now. Among his army, and blood will flow. But it will only be yours.
Vess is right, Roach. Let it go for now.
Fuck! What do you suggest I do?
We'll try to get to Vergen through the ravines. I know a hidden path into the town. With the battle raging, we won't be noticed. We'll find Sheila and get the Kingslayer.
And in the process kill as many Kedwenis as we can.
Vess, can you manage it?
Vess stays. I'll not put her in danger again. And someone must get back to the Percival and its crew. Sail to a nearby cove. We'll need some way to get out of here.
I'll take the boat around the bend past the camp and await you there.
We must head through the ravines.
Shit.
Vess.